Hey there guys, Guy with Kind 23 back with this week's Blu-ray and DVD update. Not got much stuff this week, but a couple of quality titles, quality editions. Now I'll get straight into it with the DVDs first. And first up is a film from, you wouldn't, if you think of this director and this type of the kind of genre of film, you would not think it would go together. But it is Willow Creek, directed by actually I'm a big fan of the director Bobcat Goldthwait, or as you may know, the crazy guy from Police Academy. But I haven't watched this one yet. It's just kind of been having a pretty shit day at work, so a week at work. But anyway, that's not relevant. But I haven't seen this yet, but I am looking forward to checking it out. I mean, like I said, the one genre of film you don't think of when you think of Bobcat Goldthwait is found footage horror movies, but he's made one, so there you go. I don't know if this has got an actual DVD or Blu-ray release in the US, but over here it's DVD only, which is a bit disappointing, but kind of everything. Extras, trailer, interview, I think it's like a making of, and a footage from the premiere. Yeah, from what I can guess is there's these two kind of people who are in a relationship who kind of go into the woods or something, I think, to search for Bigfoot, and then it's kind of like Blair Witch crossed with, I guess, Chernobyl Diaries maybe, which I haven't actually seen. But anyway, he looks pretty damn good actually. I've seen the trailer a while ago, but it looks like a decent watch. So that's Willow Creek. And the next one is also a new to the UK at least, although it was only last year. And again, it looks pretty interesting. It's a Cell K11. A really good cast in this. Got Goran Visnik, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Portia Doubleday, Jason Mewes, and also Tommy Tiny Lister, you might know from Little Nicky and other films like that. But it looks like a really interesting one about this. I haven't watched this one yet, but about this guy who kind of wakes up in this this really tough wing of a prison. He has to try and kind of find out how he got there, and trying to basically survive in this like really tough prison. It looks like an interesting watch. I just saw it in Sainsbury's on Monday, and I thought £7. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this will be in the pound shop in like about a year's time, because the distribution company called High Flyers Films PLC, usually when you see films in the pound shop, it's films by that kind of distributors, which, you know, I could have waited really, but looks like an interesting one. I haven't seen the trailer or anything, but from what I've seen on the kind of the front and the back, it looks pretty interesting. So I'll be checking it out. Not in a desperate kind of any desperate rush to check it out, but we'll do it eventually. So that's Cell K11. Now the last DVD, another pound shop pickup, something called Newtown Killers. I mainly picked this up because it looks like a decent. I'm quite a fan of these kind of low budget British films. I mean, this is technically a Scottish film because it's set in Edinburgh, but basically, again, I haven't seen it yet, but apparently like this kid gets in debt with these two guys, and basically he say he'll call off the debt if he can hide in Edinburgh for, I think, 24 hours. 12 hours. Basically, he has to hide in this city with while they're trying to kind of find him, and if he survives, the debt kind of get called off. Looks like an interesting watch. Got Dougray Scott. He's kind of probably the most famous person in this. It looks an interesting one. Like I say, I'm a big fan of those kind of less known or little known some kind of micro budget films. So I'll be checking this one out soon enough. So that's Newtown Killers. And first Blu-ray for this update is an interesting one, because I want this film, but there's a slipcover for it that I don't particularly want. Well, I'll explain what it is first. It is The Emperor's New Groove with this really cool, they call it a villains slipcover. They're just basically kind of bought out new slips, put them on old Disney Blu-rays and kind of sold them. But the main reason I got this because it was only $7.99. Whereas Emperor's New Groove new is quite hard to get for a decent price. It's usually kind of like 20 quid. It's also usually kind of never in as part of the buy one get one free. So I wanted to pick it up because it was cheap. I don't particularly want the slipcover because I know if I keep this one, I'm going to want to buy all the other ones, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to be giving this one away. So yep, I'll be giving this slipcover away. I'll show you it in more detail. And there we have it, very nice indeed. And then the back is just the regular stuff, and of course the Blu-ray is exactly the same underneath, the same as you get anywhere. If it had kind of like this artwork on this, I probably would keep it, but it doesn't. So I'd rather just kind of have this. Like I say, if I keep this, and I'll end up buying a load of the other ones, and I don't want to do that. Or at least buy them again. So I'll be giving this slipcover away, like I said. And the easy way to win this, the first person to answer this question will get the slipcover. Basically, the question is, what is the name of the villain in The Emperor's New Groove? It's that simple. The only rule is you have to spell it correctly, because it is quite hard. It's kind of it's a weird spelling. But the first person, like I say, to answer the question correctly will win this slipcover. There's no kind of time limit or anything, but it's just kind of the first person. So yeah, again, that question is, what is the name of the villain in The Emperor's New Groove? Simple as that. I believe I saw this at cinema when it came out, but I'm not 100% sure. But I haven't seen it for years if I did, and it looks pretty good. So that's the Emperor's New Groove. Like I say, if you want to win that, just answer the question. Next up is, actually I'll get the one out of the way that which I haven't actually watched. And I was actually very surprised to see this in HMV, because to get it new is very, very rare, and to get it new for only $14.99 is very rare. And they only had kind of 2 in stock, and I just kind of wanted to grab it because I knew that if I went in next time they wouldn't have it, and I kind of kicked myself for not getting it. And it is the Apocalypse Now. What is it? Is it any anniversary edition, or if it's just but it's a 3-disc big box set. Really nice set. You get kind of the discs and book of artwork and postcards and stuff. It's a really nice edition. I've never seen this film, mainly because it's like really long, and I just haven't kind of sat down and watched it. But it includes the film, the Apocalypse Now Redux or Redo, and also the feature-length documentary Hearts of Darkness. But it's a really nice set, and like I say, I wanted to get it for, it was only $14.99. So if you want to get this, kind of look in your HMV, they might have it. And I literally like grabbed it off the shelf the second I saw it. I was like, yes, I'm having that, 15 quid. And like I said, to get it new is very rare, and to get it new for a decent price is mega rare. So I'm really glad to own this set now. It's from 2011, so it's been out for a few years. But it's a really nice set. So Apocalypse Now. And then we get to the actual 2 films I've actually watched. The 2 films in this 7 title update I've actually seen. First up is, this was okay. It's Top Dog. Want to check this out because I'm a big fan of, like I say, I'm a big champion of British film. Really like the cast in this. You got, let me have a look. Got Ricky Harnett, Leah Gregory, George Russo, who I'm a very big fan of, Lorraine Stanley, Vincent Regan. It's a decent watch, but I don't think I'd like kind of ever watch it again. It's one of those films that you kind of watch it and you enjoy it for what it is, but it's just no kind of, it's kind of like a pot noodle. I mean, you eat it, but there's no kind of like nutritional value to it really. It's ultimately forgettable. The story is like easy to follow and everything, basically. Actually, is it easy to follow? Let me think. Basically, there's this guy who kind of is like the big gangster in the town, and kind of this other guy kind of comes in. I don't know if he released from prison, I'm not quite sure, but then there's kind of like this turf war between them, and it kind of involves both their families and stuff. But it's not a bad film by any means. It's directed by Martin Kemp, who hasn't directed many films, but it was decent, you know. Like I said, I don't think I'd ever watch it again. But that's the thing with British films, me and British films, is that I watch it once, then like I don't watch it for like months or years, and I just kind of like, then I like think that I kind of want to watch that again. So I'm going to keep it for now, but I'll probably kind of get rid of it soon enough. Pretty good documentary on this. I think it's about kind of half-hour documentary about the making of the film. Also deleted scenes and stuff like that. Like I say, it was a decent watch, but I wouldn't kind of recommend it because it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, really. But I enjoyed it for what it was. Like I say, it's kind of like a British kind of gangster kind of drama thriller film, I suppose. But the thing that mainly kind of drew me to it was the cast. Really big fan of the cast, so that's the top dog. And the last title for this update is again a film I've actually watched. And it's a film that I remember when they were showing this at my local cinema, which I couldn't go to because I was working. But really wanted to go and see it. It sounded really interesting, and mainly because Empire gave it 5 stars. And I picked it up on Monday, watched it on Monday. It's a really interesting one. It is Stranger by the Lake. Yeah, when I say interesting, I mean it's interesting. Now I say on the back, 18 contains strong real sex. It says contains strong real sex, and it includes strong real sex. My Christ, it really does. Anyway, not a detriment to the film at all. It's a really nice film. The basic plot is there's this beach in France that's kind of like a cruising spot, kind of like, I guess you call it, not really dogging, but that kind of thing. It's like really kind of like an idyllic kind of beach. Like not many people know about it. And basically, there's this guy who kind of frequents it, who falls in love with this really I guess kind of macho guy. He's kind of like got a lot of swagger, I guess. I'm not quite sure what I'm talking about, but you know, he's really kind of what's the word? Kind of not rambunctious, but enthusiastic, I guess you could say. And it kind of falls in love with him, and I'm not going to give anything away, but he witnesses something, and he kind of has to kind of oh man, it's hot in here. He has to kind of choose between whether he wants this guy, or he has to kind of turn him into the police. I'm not going to say what he did, but he kind of, like I say, witnesses something. But really beautiful cinematography though. The story is interesting. The characters are interesting. Like I say, the dialogue is interesting as well. It's just an interesting film, you know. It's not going to be for everybody, I'm going to guarantee that. But it's really cool artwork on the front here. Oh man, it's still hot. Then on the back there's some pictures and a lot of special features on this. Actually got alternative ending, deleted scenes, 2 short films, an interview with the cast, making of the poster, a really cool poster actually, and kind of like a blog from kind of the making of the film to the Cannes Film Festival. Did it win? So, yeah. Best Director for the Cannes Film Festival, I believe, last year. A really nice slipcover. Then a thin case, which I'm a very big fan of. And then you just have the regular Blu-ray disc there. Like I say, I'd watch it again, definitely, but not in any rush to again. But like I say, it's not going to be for everyone, but I really liked it. So that's Stranger by the Lake. So that will about do for this update. So as always, thanks for watching. My next Steelbook collection video will be up tomorrow, and that's it. It's kind of doing this on the evening because I just kind of because I just have, I guess. So yeah, like I say, if you want to win the slipcover, you know what to do. So like I say, thanks for watching, and until next time, yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.